Hi friends, welcome to the 6th lesson of the Alton Academy. We've already covered the basics, delved into Web3, and discussed important security aspects. And today we want to introduce you to one of the most interesting blockchains of our time, TON, or the Open Network. So what is TON? It's more than just another blockchain. It's an innovative technology that offers unique opportunities, instant transfers, minimal fees, and, most interestingly, seamless integration with Telegram. Yes, you heard that right inside your favorite messenger. TON is designed to solve the main problems of modern blockchains: slow transactions, high operation costs, and limited scalability. Its structure includes master chains and shard chains, which allows the network to process thousands of transactions per second without overloads and delays. And that's not all. TON is an ecosystem where you can do just about anything. From transferring cryptocurrencies through a Telegram bot to buying NFTs, launching smart contracts, and participating in decentralized finance. And everything is as convenient, fast, and secure as possible. TON is called a next-generation blockchain for a reason. It opens the doors to the world of Web3 for millions of users, making blockchain technology accessible to everyone. Ready to find out how TON will change the game in the blockchain world? Then let's go! Let's go back to 2017. Telegram has already become one of the most popular messengers in the world, with hundreds of millions of users. Its creators, Pavel and Nikolai Durov, decided not just to develop Telegram, but also to think about how to make it a part of the global decentralized economy. Their idea was to create a blockchain that could combine speed, scalability, and integration with the real world. And that's how the concept of Telegram Open Network, or TON, was born. The goal was grand. TON was supposed to be the blockchain that brings everything together. Financial transactions, apps, games, all of this is inside Telegram. Imagine this. You're chatting with friends, making purchases, playing games, or using decentralized apps, and all of this in one place. That's exactly what the Durovs had in mind. But creating a blockchain with such ambitions was incredibly difficult. Unlike other networks, TON promised instant transactions, minimal fees, and the ability to handle millions of operations per second. This was supposed to be a revolution in the world of blockchains. In 2018, the project was actively being developed, and interest in it was growing like a snowball. It seemed like TON had no competitors. But in 2020, something happened that many called the biggest blow to the project. The US Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, filed a lawsuit against Telegram. The problem was with the initial token offering of grams. The SEC considered them unregistered securities. In the end, Telegram had to abandon the project despite its huge potential. Many thought that this was the end of the TON story, but as it turned out, this was just the beginning. The community of independent developers decided not to abandon the project. They took the open source code of TON, improved it, and launched a new network called the Open Network. Now it's a completely decentralized blockchain managed by the community, not corporations. Today, TON is a living ecosystem that brings together users and developers from all over the world. It's used for instant transfers, launching smart contracts, buying and selling NFTs, creating decentralized applications, and even for building new financial instruments. The story of TON is more than just the story of one blockchain. It's a story about how ambitious ideas, even when faced with huge obstacles, find their continuation thanks to the people who believe in them. And the most amazing part is, this is just the beginning. This is a story about how ambitious ideas, even when faced with enormous obstacles, find their continuation thanks to people who believe in them. And the most amazing part is, this is just the beginning. Let's figure out what makes TON so unique and why it's being talked about as a next-generation blockchain. Let's start with the architecture. One of the key features of the TON blockchain is sharding technology. What is that? It's a way to split the entire blockchain into several independent parts called shards. Each shard functions like a separate little network, but they are all connected to the main master chain. It's the master chain that coordinates their work, creating a perfectly synchronized system. Let's see how it works. Each shard can perform its specific task. For example, processing transactions or storing data. This means that even if one of the shards is overloaded, the network continues to function without slowing down, as transactions can be redirected to a less busy shard. But what's really impressive is the scalability. TON scales efficiently. It adds shards to boost throughput. Bitcoin 5, Ethereum 300, TON 100,000, 300x more. If the load on the network increases, new shards are added, which boosts the throughput. For comparison, Bitcoin can handle about 5 transactions per second, Ethereum up to 300, while Ton can process over 100,000 transactions per second, which is at least a 300 times difference. This makes it one of the fastest networks in the world. Let me give you an analogy. Imagine a huge construction project. In Bitcoin, construction crews first build the foundation, then the walls, then the roof, and finally set everything up inside. But in the Ton network, all these teams work simultaneously, while the main coordinator ensures that the project is completed on time. This allows the blockchain to be both fast and resilient under load. So, sharding isn't just a way to speed up the network's performance. This is a fundamental technology that allows Ton to remain flexible and fast, no matter how many users or transactions are being handled at any given moment. And this unique architecture makes it not only one of the most scalable blockchains, but also opens the door to incredible possibilities, from instant payments to complex decentralized applications. Now let's talk about two key parameters of any blockchain: the speed and cost of transactions. That's what makes the blockchain really user-friendly. And this is where Ton sets a new standard. As you remember, Ton can process over 100,000 transactions per second. But what does this mean in practice? For most users, this means one thing: your transfers are processed instantly. You don't have to wait several minutes like with Bitcoin, or even a few seconds like with Ethereum. With Ton, you send funds and they arrive almost instantly. Here's how it compares to other blockchains. Bitcoin, as we mentioned, can only handle about 5 transactions per second, and the fee for a single transaction can go up to $1. Ethereum handles about 300 transactions per second, but its fees can sometimes exceed $5, especially during times of high network congestion. What about Tons? Over 100,000 transactions per second with fees that are just a fraction of a cent. For example, the cost of one transaction is about 0.003 Ton, which is equivalent to roughly 1 cent. That's equivalent to about 1 cent. It's time to talk about use cases. Let's start with the simplest and most in-demand example: payments and transfers. Imagine you need to send money to a friend, pay for a service or make a purchase, but without banks, intermediaries, and high fees. With the Ton blockchain, this becomes a reality. With Telegram bots like ToneKeeper, you can send tokens in just a few seconds. All you need to do is open the chat, specify the amount and the recipient. The transaction happens instantly, and the fee is so low that you can hardly even consider it. And the most important thing is, it works anywhere in the world. No more waiting several days for international transfers or paying high fees. With Ton, you can send money anywhere, anytime, without restrictions or intermediaries. Now imagine you're buying a product or service from an international seller. Instead of entering card details or using complicated payment systems, you just send cryptocurrency through Telegram. It's fast, convenient, and secure. Ton is not just about transfers. This ecosystem opens the doors to the world of decentralized applications and smart contracts. Developers are creating entire platforms for gaming, finance, and investments. And users get tools that work directly and without intermediaries. For example, Ton-based games. You complete tasks, participate in battles or competitions, and earn real tokens that you can use not just in the game, but also outside of it. You can spend the tokens you earn on upgrading your character, buying rare items, or exchanging them for other cryptocurrencies. Unlike traditional games where all resources stay within the platform, here your assets truly belong to you. Another example is DeFi, or decentralized finance. You can add your tokens to a liquidity pool, earn interest, or take out loans. All of this happens without banks or intermediaries. Smart contracts ensure transparency and security for all operations. For example, you add tokens to a liquidity pool and earn returns that can be higher than traditional financial instruments. All the terms are clear and transparent thanks to smart contracts. And of course, we can't forget about DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations. Stone, you can take part in project management and vote on important changes. For example, if a project wants to implement a new feature or redistribute the budget, the decision is made through voting. You vote with your tokens, and every action you take is recorded on the blockchain, making the process completely transparent and fair. The results are counted automatically, and neither party can change them. It's the perfect system for democratic project management where every participant's opinion truly matters. Ton today is not just a blockchain, it's an ecosystem that's actively growing and reaching new horizons. And most importantly, the project is developing dynamically, attracting the attention of not just developers, but also users all around the world. One of the key tasks of Ton is to further improve scalability. Even though the network can already handle over 100,000 transactions per second, the team is still working on increasing that number. And all of this while maintaining minimal delays and almost zero fees. Ton is preparing even more tools for developers. In the future, the process of creating and deploying applications will become even easier and faster. Right now, the platform offers a user-friendly interface for working with smart contracts and decentralized applications. And the new tools and updates will make this work accessible even for beginners. Mass adoption of Ton is a real goal for the near future. More and more people are discovering the benefits of this technology. From instant international transfers and financial services to gaming and governance through DAOs, Ton is already changing the familiar approaches we know today. And this is just the beginning. In the coming years, Ton will become a platform for a multitude of innovations. We'll see improved DAOs, new opportunities for DeFi and gaming, as well as the integration of Ton with major global platforms. All of this opens up incredible opportunities for both developers and users. Ton is a technology that doesn't just keep up with the times, but actually gets ahead of it. Ahead of us is an era of decentralized solutions, and Ton will be one of the key platforms that will make it a reality. So friends, let's summarize. Today we learned that the Ton blockchain is a powerful and scalable technology that can handle thousands of transactions per second while ensuring low fees and high security. We discussed how Ton uses a unique architecture, including sharding and the master chain, which makes it one of the fastest and most efficient blockchains in the world. And Ton is not just a blockchain, but a whole ecosystem for a digital future that is actively evolving thanks to the global community. We've only just started to explore its capabilities, and even more impressive updates and opportunities are ahead of us. Subscribe to the channel and take the tests in the Alton app. Share this video with your friends and ask questions in the comments. See you in the next lesson, where we'll learn more about Citaton and its features. See you soon.